Hey, what's going on everyone? So with the release of iOS 16, it brought a handful of tips and tricks and some unique features that Apple didn't really talk about during their unveil. So without wasting time, these are a handful of tips and tricks that are definitely useful, and I'm sure you'll definitely benefit off of them. Let's go ahead and get started. So first things first is the battery life percentage that is now re-innovated on the iPhone. And to go ahead and quickly enable this, simply just go into your settings, go into the battery tab, and here you'll be able to actually enable it, and there's our battery life percentage. Now unfortunately, at the time making this video, it's only supported on some iPhones, so unfortunately the iPhones that do not support this is the iPhone XR, iPhone 11, iPhone 12 mini, and the iPhone 13 mini. But if you have all the other iPhones with a notch, you could actually enable this feature. The next cool thing is haptic feedback on the keyboard. It's so satisfying having this enabled. So you have to at least try this, even if you think you're not going to like it. Trust me, you will. Go ahead and go into your settings, go into sound and haptics, and scroll down to keyboard feedback. Right here, you could disable the sound if you feel like, but down here where it says haptic, enable this. Now, whenever you're typing up a message or something using the keyboard, it's so satisfying. Now, since we're still on the keyboard subject, while using the keyboard, you can actually, we now have a hybrid dictation. So you can actually have dictation enabled as you're typing along. And if you're talking, it will actually start picking up your voice. So as soon as you stop talking, you can actually talk to it. It will fill it up. And it now supports punctuations too, which is quite neat. So now we have a new hybrid dictation system, but if you like to turn it off entirely, just tap on it once more. Now, if you're barely waking up, getting out of bed, you look at your phone, you're sideways, Face ID now unlocks even in landscape mode. So not just portrait mode, but now landscape mode. That's a hidden feature right there. Now, the next trick, new for iOS 16, is you can actually do conversions with text by simply just highlighting the text as if you're going to do a copy and paste. If you hit this little arrow icon, there's now a new conversion option. This will automatically convert unit measurements, currency, and temperature. In addition to that, the camera also shares these similar features too. So if you launch the camera app and you take a picture or even a video too, it also supports video. So for this video demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and record this text. Now we go into our camera roll, play that video, pause it, select this little icon right here, highlight the text. It will automatically translate or convert the same things that I was previously showing, but on the camera roll, which is quite neat. So definitely do take advantage of this because this is actually really unique, especially during those translation problems as you're traveling around the world. Now, the iMessage app got a lot of useful features, one of which is that you actually have the capability to unread messages. So by simply long pressing, you can literally just hit mark as unread, and bam, the little blue icon is back. In addition to that, now whenever you send a message and you regret saying it, or something just wasn't right, you just don't want your friend to make fun of your grammar or something like that for not using the proper word and such, just go ahead and long press. You have the freedom to actually tap edit and adjust whatever you need to correct. And then once you do that, if you tap the edit icon, this works both ways. You can see the history of the text that it was edited. So you could go back and see what was the original if you're trying to hide something. So you have to be aware of that at least if you're trying to correct something you messed up. So you're better off just unsending it. So just tap unsend. This will just delete that message. So there's no evidence of what you previously said, but it will notify both parties that you deleted something in the chat. Now, you do have to keep in mind there's a 15-minute grace period, so you have 15 minutes to do these changes. Now, if you ever use Siri to send a message and you actually rely on Siri, there is an automatic send message feature you can enable on your iPhone now. To do this, again, all you gotta do is just go into your settings, scroll down to Siri and search, and right here where it says automatically send message, enable it. Now, it's not going to automatically send a message as soon as Siri hears what you want to reply a message with. It will actually give you a 5-second timer. So if Siri reads back the message and you change your mind, you do have the freedom to cancel it before it's too late. And of course, you go ahead and you go to your messages and manually unsend or delete it that way, if in case you messed up on something. And then in the message app, if you go in filters and go into this album section, you now have a new recently deleted. You can actually go ahead and recover some deleted chats. Now, if we actually go into our camera roll, any image on our device, if you actually long press the subject using Apple's smart detection or AI learning, you could actually automatically have a crop image, just like so. You can move it around. You're not only able to drop it into like notes, messages, you can also drop it into other apps as well. So you already have like this cropped image, so there's no need to use Photoshop or anything like that. And you just click and drop it and bam, it just makes a PNG just like that. Now on the home page, you may have noticed that there's now a new spotlight search right here. You can actually tap on that, enter like a mathematical question, or just search up whatever app you're trying to find, all right here. And yes, you still do have the capability to pull down for spotlight search this way as well. So if you don't like spotlight search being here, because you technically already have a few different spotlight search, you can also like switch between little home pages just by doing this. You could remove this and reverse back if it's too much. Just go into your settings and go into the home section in the home and screen, and you can actually turn it off right here. So you can reverse back and remove it if it's too much. Now Safari also got some nifty features as well, as you can actually pin some of your tabs. So if you go into the multi tasks, where you can actually see your other tabs you have open up, if you long press on one of them, you can actually pin it right here. So now it's going to be on the very top. Now, if you're working on a project with a team of people, you can actually create groups for not just the notes section, but also even on Safari. So on Safari, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that. Whenever you have the little tab section where you can switch between private and tabs, if you tap on down here, you'll notice I have two already. These are just test dummies. You can actually enter a new empty tab group, or you can use your current existing one to be the group. So we're just going to use the new tab group. Name the group whatever you like to call it, save, and then from here, now this is actually a tab that everybody could share. So if you hit the up arrow, you can send that person the invitation, and once they accept, whoever opens up like tabs or is browsing different websites, everybody has access to it right here. Again, I can find this feature being extremely useful for like group projects and such. And of course, you can delete that group if you have regrets. Now, speaking of groups, if you go into the photo album and you keep going back, now you have the duplication section. This basically will allow you to actually like free up clutter that you may have on your camera roll by like multiple same screenshots or images of the same angle. You can actually merge those images together, and Apple will automatically select, well, the software will automatically select the high resolution image of that image duplicate. So we'll merge it and free up some clutter on your main device. And in addition to that, both the hidden and recently deleted albums now require Face ID to unlock. So for the deleted app, boom, you can actually delete it and recover. Then it goes for hidden. Hidden now requires Face ID. And if you like to make the hidden tab even more hidden, actually like remove it, you can actually go into your settings, scroll down to the photo tab, and where it says show hidden album, unmark it, and bam, now it's no longer in the it's no longer able to be viewed in the photo camera album library. And then on the lock screen, yes, if you long press, you have the capability and freedom to create multiple lock screen phases. Sorry, it looks very similar to what Apple does with their Apple Watch face, but now you have this capability on your iPhone. That's basically how I like to explain it. If you tap plus, you have all these different like themes to choose from based off previous photos, some exclusive Apple ones, like the fish one here, the clownfish, that's all here. But if we go ahead and select one to find an example, and you tap on the widget section, this widget right here will actually show you the battery life percentage of your Apple Watch, as well as the devices that you're charging. So if you place your Apple Watch on a charging dock or even AirPods, it will actually tell you the battery life percentage right here, instead of you having to go and reach out to get that product to find out what battery life percentage is it currently on. So this definitely does help in those situations. In addition to that, if you like to link the focus modes to these different themed wallpapers, you have the freedom to also do that as well. Just tap the focus tab and you can categorize to whatever focus mode you have on your iPhone. So like work, as a fine example. So if you select that, whenever you're at work, just go ahead and slide to this lock screen page, and this will automatically toggle the work mode. Other than that, now you are a pro when it comes to using the brand new operating system of iOS 16.